Okay, now can you hear me? Sorry, the setting was not correct, so I just set the microphone, so should be working okay. Alright, so again, thank you for joining everyone today. This is the 18th of September 2022 on Sunday. So I will do the forecast today, the weekly forecast. So I will cover the Forex pairs, also gold and WTI, indices and Bitcoin. Also the news for this week. So let's start. Let me switch screen and start the live stream from now. So yeah, let's see who's here first. Let me say hi to everyone. Alright, TSM, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Yes, I will check the Bitcoin today, so please stay tuned. Alright, Moonboy, thank you for joining also. Alright, and Ray Brown, and Dirk, Win, and Noel, Tony Gold, and Payson, Buta, and Homan, and Rain, Muhammad, and Vinod, and Ulrich, Zaki, and Mifi, and Hussein, Lady Crypto, and Arvid, and everyone, thank you for joining. Alright, thanks so much. I can see many people joining here today. So thank you so much everyone. Alright, 24 hours and Roy-chan, Yuri, and Manuel. Alright, thanks for joining too. Okay, so now let me switch to trading view because we have many pairs in markets to cover. So, alright, here's a trading view. And first, let me fit this one to page so you see it in the full screen. So today's weekend, so I will cover both the weekly and the daily time frames. So first, I will put this one up on the two windows. On the left, I put the weekly. On the right, I put the daily time frame. And start to see charts. And I will start from the Euro USD first. Okay, so Euro USD is still downtrending on the weekly chart because you see Kumo is down, Kumo Senko Span BA down, or Senko Span A is flat now, but Senko Span B is down, Kijun Sen flat now, but the price is below the Tenkan Sen, and Chikou Span below the candles, and the market is still below the trend line. So this is bearish. Last week was bearish, so I expect this week will also be bearish. In terms of the daily time frame, this is now range. Kijun Sen is down, but the Kumo flat and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen flat, and Chikou Span is still close to candles. So I'm still waiting for the break of the daily support 0.9865 and look for the selling edge this week. So I will put down arrow below that level, and then I come back and look for the selling edge. So that's the Euro USD. And then next one I check is the Euro AUD. Weekly's range and the daily's range, so no trades for me. But one thing is that daily is about to break the Kumo, and this is called the Sanko Koten signal because we had the Tenkan Kijun Gold Cross and Chikou Span break and the Kumo breakout. So once the Kumo breakout happens this week, I think the market goes up to the resistance, which is 1.5396. So that will be the target. So right now this is range, but if the market has a Kumo breakout, then I follow and target to the daily resistance level. Weekly is now flat. So no trend right now on the weekly. Okay, next one is the Euro Pound. Euro Pound is up on both weekly and daily, so I will continuously looking for the buying edge. Also, it broke the previous resistance level here on 0.8721. So I think this uptrend will be continuous. I put a mark here besides Euro Pound and focus on this pair from tomorrow on Tuesday. Okay, next one is the Euro JPY. Euro JPY weekly is up, but daily is retracing back now. So I think this may retrace back to the Tenkan Sen and then bounce and goes up. this way because Tenkan-sen itself is up still. But if the market breaks Tenkan-sen, then it may retrace all the way back to the Kijun-sen. So Kijun-sen is 140.29, so the market may retrace all the way back to that level. Plus, there was a resistance on the weekly chart near 144.24. So my expectation so far is retrace back to the daily Kijun-sen. So I think I will start looking for the selling edge, or simply wait for the break of the resistance on 145.63 and buy afterwards. Okay, next one is the EuroCAD. EuroCAD is down on the weekly but up ranging on the daily chart. So since weekly is down, the market may break the support 1.2880 and may continuously be bearish. However, if the market breaks the Kumo on the daily time frame, then it may keep going up. It may keep going up to the weekly Kijun-sen or the weekly Kumo. So I'm still waiting for either scenario to happen and take action. So now we have Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Gold Cross on the daily and Chikou span breakout also. So once the Kumo breakout happens, I start to look for the buying edge and target to the weekly Kijun-sen or the weekly Kumo. Weekly Kumo Senko span A is, I think, a good target because this is the weekly resistance also on 1.3806. So let's see if the market goes either direction. Now the daily chart is on the daily resistance level, so the market may be resisted here and go down this week. So we'll see which way it goes. And the next one I will cover is Euro-Swiss franc. Euro-Swiss franc is down on the weekly, but it's been resisted twice before, and daily chart also shows W bottom here, and this is range. For the last 2 days, it retraced back. So for me, this is range on both time frames, so I will stay away until the market breaks the weekly support on 0.9531 level and then takes the sell afterwards. So I simply wait for that breakout to happen. Okay, and next one is the USD-JPY. USD-JPY has been strongly bullish for the couple of last weeks, and the daily chart also shows bullish. Now Kijun-sen is up, and Senko span A is up also, and the price above the Tenkan-sen, and the market is forming the ascending P wave on the lower time frames. So I think this is bullish, right? So I think I will look for the buying edge before the resistance breakout. The resistance is here on 144.96, and I wait for that breakout, or I will be in the trade before the break and expect it to break, and once the break happens, the market goes up all the way to 150 level. I think USD-JPY can go up to 150 is my expectation until November this year, but we will see. For me, it's bullish in terms of Ichimoku and fundamental aspect. So Euro-JPY is bullish, I mark this one also. And then next one is the USD-CAD. USD-CAD is bullish on the weekly and daily, but the thing is that the daily Kumo is very thin, also the weekly is very close to the resistance level, so the market may reverse. It may reverse. It may reverse on the daily time frame. Weekly Kumo is okay, but daily time frame Kumo is very thin, as you can see. So that means Monday, Tuesday maybe retrace, and it may touch the Tenkan-sen and bounce and goes up. So usually Mondays are my day offs, so most likely I'm not going to take a trade tomorrow. But Tuesday, if the market has a retrace and goes up and breaks the new high 1.3309, then I start to look for the buying edge and target to the previous resistance on 1.3651. So yeah, USD CAD is bullish, so I mark this one also, but it may retrace is my idea. Okay, moving on to USD Swiss franc. This is range on both weekly and daily. At a glance, you know that this is range because Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat on both time frames, and Chikou span is very close to the candles, so I stay away from this one. Okay, next one I will move on to pound base pairs. So pound USD is down on the both weekly and daily, so I continuously look for the selling edge. Pound has been weak last week, and USD has been strong, and I think this momentum will keep going this week. So my view is bearish. I look for a selling edge on pound USD on Tuesday. Okay, both weekly, daily shows Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down also, and the price below the Tenkan Sen and Chikou span below candles. So this is nicely downtrend. Okay, next one is a pound JPY. Pound JPY has been ranging on the weekly and down on the daily. For last week was down because of the weak pound, but overall is still range to me. If you look at the weekly, it's range, and also you see so many wicks up and down, and this is a really spiky market. And I have been actually checking the spread on the broker on this pound JPY, and it's been really high. It's really wide on my broker, so I don't think I will take trade on pound JPY. Daily also shows the price is in the Kumo now, so this, I think this is gonna be a bit tricky. But if you want to trade on this one, because I get some requests to have a look at the pound JPY, if I want to take a trade, then Monday, Tuesday, I will see if the market will be supported at the previous resistance levels here between the 4th and 17th in August. There was a support level here, and the market is going down to that level, and if the market will be supported by that level Monday, Tuesday, and start to go up, then it may go up to the weekly resistance between 167.92 and 168.77. So that will be a short-term trade to capture up to that level. So short-term may be bullish, but if the market breaks the resistance levels on the August, then it may go down to the daily support range. So yeah, for me, I will stay away, but if you want to take a trade on this, that will be a scenario. Okay, so next one is the pound CAD. Pound CAD has been downtrending on the weekly and currently retracing back on the daily, and it broke the Tenkan Sen on the daily. And Kijun Sen flat, so that means the market may retrace back to the daily Kijun Sen. And daily Kijun Sen on 1.5326 is actually very close to the weekly Tenkan Sen. So that means the market may retrace back to that level and then continuously be bearish. Yeah, a couple of days ago, I said that this is downtrend, and I was expecting the market breaks the support, and actually it happened. So to me, this is bearish in the long term. So I will continuously look for the selling edge on this. Okay, so pound CAD, I will mark this one also. So I simply wait for the break of the support 1.5009 and sell. Or if the market again reaches back to the daily Kijun Sen and start to go down, I will look to sell. Okay, next one, moving on to pound AUD. Pound AUD is down on the weekly, but range retracing on the daily chart. So since it's down on the weekly, I still expect the market goes down in the long term. And now if you look at the daily time frame, the market just was resisted by the Kijun Sen 2 days ago, and then it has been bearish. So from here, the market may go down continuously and break the support this week, support level of 1.6870. So if I see the downtrend, let's say in the 4 hour before the break, I would take a trade and expect the break so that once the market breaks it, the market goes really fast and I can make profits in time efficiency. So yeah, I will continuously look for the selling edge on pound AUD this week. Because the weak pound, I will be looking for the selling edge on pound pairs. So next one is pound Swiss franc. Pound Swiss franc has been also really weak because of the weak pound and strong Swiss franc these days. So both weekly and daily are down. Kumo, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are all down, and Chikou span below candles on 2 time frames, and also the price locates below the Tenkan Sen. And when you see this downtrend, you may think that this is oversold, so the market may retrace. But in terms of Ichimoku, if you look at the Kumo shape, this is not too thin. So it's rather gaining thicker and thicker and longer on the daily and also weekly Kumo. So I think this downtrend will be continuous. Of course, there might be some retracement on 1 hour or lower time frame basis, but I think this pair will be downtrending this week. So I look for the selling edge on this one also continuously. Alright, moving on to the AUD pairs. This is AUD USD, and you can see that the weekly and daily are down, but you have to be careful on this because the market is very close and exactly on the support, weekly support on 1.6682. And because of this slight breakout on Friday, that made the Kumo Kijun Sen down on both the weekly and the daily time frame. But most likely when the market opens Monday, then these Kumo Kijun Sen will be flat on both time frames. Maybe not the daily. Daily Kijun Sen remains pointing down for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So that means the market may break the support. So anyways, we have to wait for the break of the support near 0.6682 and take sell. But again, since the Kijun Sen will remain downtrend for the next 4 days until Thursday, and Kumo will remain downtrending on Thursday, so yeah, I think I will look for the selling edge continuously. Okay, so AUD USD, let me check one. Okay, so now moving on to AUD CAD. AUD CAD is now range on both weekly and daily. At a glance, you see Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat on both time frames, and Chikou span is very close to the candles on both time frames too, so I simply stay away. Yeah, daily shows a P wave, so it's even worse to take a trade because we can't really see which way the market breaks in this case. So I will move on to the AUD-JPY. AUD-JPY has been up on the weekly but flat, retracing back all the way to Kijun Sen on the daily. So yeah, to me this is downtrend. Yeah, in the short term it's downtrend. So if the market breaks Kijun Sen, then most likely it goes back to the daily Kumo. So if I see downtrend in the 4 hour, then I will follow and look for the selling edge. And weekly Kijun Sen Kumo will be flat when the market opens on Monday. So that means the market may retrace continuously. So I think sell will be the right call on AUD-JPY this week, in my opinion. But this is only for the short term. I can't see the weekly trends or the daily trends anymore. So most likely I will stay away from this one. Okay, moving on to AUD Swiss franc. This is bearish on both weekly and the daily. Weekly Senko span A is down, Kijun Sen is down, Tenkan Sen down, Chikou span below, and the market broke the previous two supports last week. This week there will be a new support here on 0.6407. So the market might be a bit spiky this week. So, and also plus, if you check the daily Kumo, this is very thin and small. So it may retrace back also. This is where you see overshooting market, oversold, because of this very small and thin Kumo. But again, if you check the pound Swiss franc, you see Kumo is thick and long, so this is okay Kumo. This is not oversold in terms of Ichimoku, but this AUD Swiss franc, Kumo is very small and thin, so I expect the market retrace in a short term, and plus weekly support is very close. So most likely the market will be range, so I think I will simply stay away until it breaks the weekly support of 0.6407. Okay, now I will move on to CADJPY. Weekly is up, but the daily is retracing, so I think it retraces back to the daily Kijun Sen, 106.59. So I follow downtrend in the 4 hour or 1 hour and target to the daily Kijun Sen. Okay, next one is the CAD Swiss franc. Weekly is still flat ranging because Kumo is not twisted yet, and Kijun Sen is up and down. Chikou span is still too close, 2 candles. So this is still range in terms of weekly, but down on the daily. So we can follow downtrend, and as long as Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, you can follow. And when you start to see Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, as the market retraces back, you can start to look for to take profit timing. Also, last Friday there was a pin bar. There's a small body and long wick pointing down. So to be safer, you might want to wait until the market breaks a pin bar support, which is 0.7232, and look to sell afterwards. Yeah, otherwise, because of this pin bar on the daily, it may retrace back all the way to the Kijun Sen. And this is Swiss franc pairs, so the market may be spiky on the lower time frames. As you can see on the daily and the weekly, there are so many wicks up and down every day. So that means it's a really spiky and tricky market. So most likely I will stay away and focus on some other better trending pairs. And lastly, let me check the Swiss franc JPY. This one is up on the weekly, but now getting flat on the daily time frame. The only thing is that weekly shows the pin bar. You see the body is really tiny like doji, and long wick pointing up. So that means there is a strong support. There is a strong resistance level here on 150.71. Also, if you look at the candles on the daily, this is outside. This big bearish bar is outside of the previous candle. You see high and low of this big candle is covering the previous high and low. So this is outside. Also, if you look at the future candle, the one next candle, this is the inside bar, because this big bearish candle's high and low is including the next candle's high and low. So this is inside, and Friday broke the inside bar bearish. So to me, this is bearish. This is typical reversal pattern. Also, the weekly shows pin bar. So I'm expecting the market retraces back to the daily Kijun Sen. So for short term, I think this is bearish. So if it's a sell, I follow the 4 hour or 1 hour and follow downtrend along the way. But this will be also in an intraday trade because there's no trend on the daily. So I think this will be a low priority because I have other nicer trending pairs. Okay, so that covered the whole Forex pairs on my watch list. So now let me cover the gold and WTI. Okay, alright, thanks for joining everyone. Again, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Let me come back to your comments after I cover these markets and news because this is a weekly forecast and we have lots of pairs in markets to cover. So now this is the XAUUSD gold. Weekly shows down, daily also shows down, so this is bearish. I will continuously look for the selling edge. Actually, I was about to sell on gold last Friday or last week. There was a big bearish bar on last Thursday. There was a big bearish bar, and I was actually watching and expecting the market breaks. But when I checked the chart, it went all the way down, and I was too late. So I waited, and Friday retraced back a little bit. But still, this is bearish overall, both weekly and the daily. So I continuously look for the selling edge. If you check the weekly time frame, this is weekly support was here on 1677.80, and that major support level was broken bearish. And plus weekly had this head and shoulders, but this head and shoulders neckline broke and then new support break. So for sure this is bearish. I continuously look to sell on gold. Okay, next one is WTI. WTI broke the Kumo on the weekly and daily is now range, but I think overall is still bearish. The market may go down continuously after this Kumo breakout. So if the market remains lower on the support of 81.32, I look for the selling edge. So that's the WTI, a crude oil. So now let me move on to indices. For indices, I only check the weekly because daily, as you can see, the market has so many gaps in between candles, so better to check the weekly trends on the indices. So this is Nikkei 225. It has been ranging and Kumo is just twisted bullish, but the market is not really bullish yet. It's actually above the Kumo, but Kumo itself is range, and Kijun Sen is up, but Chikou span touching, so this is typical range market. So this week may continuously be range, so you better stay away continuously. And next one is the US stock markets. Dow Jones broke the trend line, and this is turning bearish now. The Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, so in that sense this is still ranging, but I can see that the market is bearish because of this trend line breakout. So I think it goes down to the pin bar support of around 30132 level. Okay, next one is the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also bearish because it broke the trend line, and this is outside. Dow Jones is also outside on the weekly, and Nasdaq also outside on the weekly. So if weekly outside will be broken bearish, I think it goes down to the weekly support of 11,011.9. So next one is the S&P. S&P also broke the trend line and outside. So once it breaks the outside bar support of 3835.1, then it can go down to the weekly support of 3635.8. So as you see the arrows, I was expecting the market goes up on this ascending P wave, but because of this breakout on the trend line, I think the market is now turning bearish. So this week could be bearish on the US indices is my idea. Next one is a Euro stocks. Euro stocks is also bearish. This is also a descending P wave. Two supports at the same level, but the highs are getting lower and lower week by week. So this is bearish. Okay, next one is a FTSE 100. FTSE 100 is in the P wave now. And yeah, last week I said that the market most likely breaks P wave bearish because of the Tenkan-sen location. But now, if you look at the Tenkan-sen, it's above the Kijun-sen. So now, the market may break the P wave bullish. Whenever you see P wave, the market tends to break towards Tenkan-sen direction. When Tenkan-sen above Kijun-sen, most likely breaks bullish. So that means, yeah, this is now turning bullish. So I will keep this up arrow and target to the swing resistance 7700.48. So next one is CAC France. CAC France is now ascending P wave. So this is a bit more bullish. The market was supported by the trend line 2 weeks back. Last week was bearish, but if it bounced, then it goes up to the resistance or the Senko span B on the weekly chart. Alright, moving on to DAX index. German 40 is now descending P wave, so this is bearish, and Tenkan-sen below Kijun-sen, so it may break the support of 12411 level. So this is not the perfect timing to buy yet. At least we have to see the break of the trend line and the Kijun-sen and target to the weekly Senko span B. Alright, moving on to Nifty chart. Nifty is now range because Kumo is flat, Kijun-sen flat, Chikou span is very close to candles, and the market is near the resistance. So I put up arrow like this above that resistance now. Unless the market breaks the resistance level of 18,091.85, the market remains range. I don't see any bullishness on the candles on the weekly, so we have to wait for the break of the resistance and buy. And once the market breaks the resistance, there are new resistances very close, so the market might be spiky until the market breaks the swing resistance on 18,605.60. But we'll see. Let me just draw the line on that level. So this is called like a range zone. I don't call this as a resistance on one line or two lines, but this area is like the resistance zone. So the market can retrace back on any level between these two levels. So, and also the market might be spiky because there will be sellers in the short term and buyers in the long term will be, fighting in this zone area. So it may be spiky in that sense. Alright, moving on to the AU200. This is P wave about to be broken bearish. It actually broke bearish last week, so this downtrend may be continuous. Now Tenkan-sen is below Kijun-sen, and that's why this P wave tends to break bearish. So yeah, downtrend could be continuous and target to the weekly support on 6403.7. Lastly, Hansen index is still bearish because Kumo down, Kijun-sen is up now, but Tenkan-sen is down. Chikou span is now below candles. Market renews lower, so this is bearish. It may break the support and keeps going down. Okay, so it covered the whole market analysis. So now let's double check on what kind of news we have this week. Yeah, just to prepare psychologically, we better check news always. And this is what I do every weekend or every Monday when the market opens. I check the news website and just to make sure if there will be a big ones coming soon. So this is the news website I'm using. This is fxstreet.com, and click on the calendar and you access to this web page. And yeah, so let me select this week, click apply, and Monday we have no big news. Alright, and Tuesday, September 20th, we have news on Canada, CPI, Consumer Price Index, so that may affect the market. Oh, sorry, Bitcoin, sorry, I forgot to cover Bitcoin, sorry. Let me cover Bitcoin first before I move on to the news. Okay, cryptos, BTC, USD. Sorry, I have too many lines. Let me cancel all these. So BTC, USD on the weekly is now ranging. It's flat, right? It's on the support and it's kind of ranging now. But to me, this is bearish. This looks like it's ascending P wave. The support's at the same level, but highs are getting lower and lower every time. So this is descending P wave, and it may break the support level anytime soon. Because of the strong USD, BTC USD is going down, I think. Also, let me also check the daily time frame. So daily shows its range now, but now Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span below candles, and price itself is below Tenkan Kijun Sen. So this is bearish for me. It's bearish. So I have two blue lines like this to capture resistance and support on this doji on the 14th September. But the doji was broken down once, but then there was another pin bar, and now it's coming back in range. So yeah, I think for me this is downtrend bearish. If the market breaks the new pin bar here on 19,323.65, then yeah, downtrend may be continuous, and it may break the new support. So this is not the best time to buy. If you want to buy, at least we have to wait for the daily Kumo breakout or the trendline breakout to be trustable. Otherwise, the market may spike in range like this, and you may lose lots of money in this market. Okay, so now let me cover the news. So again, Monday we have no big news. Tuesday 20th we have a news in Canada, CPI, and Wednesday 21st we have a news on FOMC. Monetary policy and FOMC will be the big one in the US on Wednesday 21st. And 22nd we have monetary policy in Japan. Also interest rate in UK, right? And yeah, that's it. So we have policy meetings on Thursday in Japan and UK. And Thursday was that. And Friday 23rd, we have S&P, Global BMA, Composite PMI, and Germany. Also Euro, and retail sales in Canada. And that's it. So the biggest one next week is going to be FOMC for sure, but at the same time we have lots of other big news in different countries. So every time before you check charts, before you take a trade, make sure to check news beforehand, and if there's a big news ahead in about 20 minutes or 15 minutes, then we better stay away and come back afterwards. So that covered the whole topics for today. So again, thank you for joining everyone. I hope you are having a great weekend right now. So let me take a drink. I have this mint tea today. So, and then let me check some comments until the end of the live today. for the next 10 minutes or so. Okay, but how's the performance so far? How's the performance last week? Sorry, my voice is sorry, hold on. I think the mint is really strong on this. Sorry. So anyways, yeah, how's last week? We had a couple of breakouts last week on GBP pairs and Swiss franc pairs. So I hope you had some nice profits. For me, I had no trades because every time when I screen charts, I couldn't see opportunities, so simply I stayed away. But since we have some major resistance support breakouts, I think I will start to see charts more actively than usual and start to capture some more pips. So far in the month of September, I took only one trade on USDJPY 2 weeks ago, and I got 133 pips on one position, and on the second position I took more than 300 pips. So I have more than 10% return already. So I'm pretty happy. But since we have more trends, why not taking trades more? But I will be more selective, and psychologically I feel safer after I have that kind of profit, in early in the month. Okay, Moonboy says, hello Case Sensei, after the price going towards my direction, I've moved the stop loss to break even, then I was looking for a new opportunity. When I found it, I take position again. Is it good or not? That's good. That's very good. Yeah, we have to move the stop loss to break even, and then so that you don't risk anymore on that trade, and then move on to other trades. So that's perfect. Yeah, never take another opportunities unless you move the stop loss to break even is my rule. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, thanks for joining everyone. I see many comments today. So I hope you're having a great weekend. Okay, Noel says, can you also look at CN50 USD? Okay, price broke the daily P wave to downside. All right, let me check that. CN50. All right, so let me search. I don't think I have that on my watch list. Yeah, so let me check that one. Okay, this one, right? I will pick the capital.com. Okay, and okay, Noel says daily P wave. Daily P wave to downside, right? It broke the downside. Also, it was a trend line, descending trend line. It broke downside, yes. And the market is on the support right now. Okay, Kumo thick, Kijun Sen is down. Looks nice. I wait for the daily resistance break. Yeah, you better wait for the breakout of 13067 and sell. I think that will be a good opportunity for this. But let me check overall market situation. So okay, the market went up all the way, broke the resistances and went all the way up to the near previous resistances, and now afterwards it went down all the way, broke the Kumo, retraced back to Kijun Sen, and then it's going down, about to break the support. Yeah, so this is downtrend to me. It's downtrend. Kumo is very thick. This is nice because sellers are here. Sellers are compounded in this market. So most likely I think the market breaks and goes down to the next support of 12639 level, I think. Yeah, So this chart looks like the gold, because gold also just broke the support, and it's about to going down. So looks similar to me. It's bearish. Okay. Alright, thanks for joining everyone. Let's see. Tung says, hi K, based on your KTS, do you consider the news which has medium impact or high impact only? Thanks. Yes, when it comes to news, I only pick the high impact news. And I don't really care about the mid impact news like orange ones and yellow ones, low to mid impact. I don't really care. But I show these. Oops, sorry, hold on, let me show the screen. So yeah, on this web page, red ones are high impact and orange as a mid, yellow as a low impact. And every week I focus on the yellow ones and not the orange or the or the yellow ones. I only pick the red ones, but I show yellow and orange also because sometimes these yellow ones and orange ones may impact the market and it moves. So just in case I show them, but my main focus is the red ones only. Yeah, because there are so many news every day, and if you start to focus too much on the news, then you may lose opportunities. So yeah, only high impact news is just fine. But if you're a scalper, then you may also want to look at the orange ones, because orange ones can impact the 5-minute or the 15-minute time frames. But if you are the trader who take trades on the higher time frames like the 4-hour daily or the weekly, then only mind the red ones. Okay, Crypto Cloud says almost Mr. K's live streaming and TA on Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin is now ranging to downtrend. Again, if you join newly here on today's live, daily shows its range, but yeah, this may become a head and shoulders, and neckline is here, so it's about to break. Yeah, this is a bit bearish right now. Okay, TSM says BTC Kyushu Ashi in the daily bearish change. Okay, so there is a technique called Kyushu Ashi, and you can actually find it on my web page. You can come to my website and click on the free download, and you get the Kyushu Ashi indicator and trading view. Also the video, the free video available. But yeah, Kyushu Ashi shows now blue bearish bar. So that means the market is turning bearish. Yeah. So for me, this is bearish until the market breaks the trend line. Okay. So let's see. Bathana says, what is your opinion on yen? Why is it so weak? Simply because of the low or negative interest rate in Japan. That's why yen keeps weak. But recently, the Bank of Japan's top says, now Mr. Kuroda says, we have to do something about this weak JPY. So there may be some announcement this week in monetary policy in Japan, so we have to watch out. Rajesh says, what is your view on gold and coming Fed's news lineup on coming Wednesday? Most likely gold continuously goes down because of the strong USD. So I think it goes down continuously and breaks support. It broke the support. From technical viewpoint, this is bearish also. So I think this downtrend will be continuous. Alright, Roberto, thank you for joining from Italy. Good to see you. He says, what do you think about Swiss franc JPY? Yeah, Swiss franc JPY is bullish on the weekly, but daily shows retracing. and weekly has the pin bar. So yeah, I think the market goes down now. So I will delete upper row because it ended with the pin bar on the weekly. So daily, I think the market retraces back to the daily Kijun-sen. So short term bearish is my view. Hussein says, when we should sell gold, wait for retracement and sell, or sell now. For gold, you don't have to wait for the retrace because the Kumo is not too thin. So when the Kumo is thick like this, the market may not really retrace too much, but rather it just goes down on the I wave. So I would still look for sell chance without waiting for the retrace back to the support. Alright, yeah, thanks so much everyone. Thank you for your comments. Okay, alright, yeah, you're welcome lady and Telior and Smart Tech, you're welcome here. Thanks for your comments and support as always. Said says, hi Kay, do you invest in ETF and unit trust and bonds? No, I don't. I was going to, but now I focus on trading Forex. I only trade Forex. I don't trade the cryptos or stocks or indices. So yeah, but maybe next year I will. I was actually planning to invest long term this year, but looks like US stock markets indices are all going down, and that's why I don't simply not yet invest. Rustin says yin yan in Ichimoku. Yeah, bullish bearish or time cycles. Yeah, there are some concepts on yin and yang in Ichimoku as well. Yeah, if you think about the markets, it's all about yin and yang. Yeah. Alright, KFX, thank you so much for your comments, and James also, thanks so much. Alright, Miffy says, last week profit, have a good week everyone. Yes, that's good. So keep the profit bigger and keep the losses small is a way to get success in the long run. Okay. Jitendra, yes, I have already covered Nifty chart, but in case you joined late, I can cover again. So Nifty shows weekly is still ranging and there is a resistance. Weekly is on the resistance level 18091.85, so better to wait for the break of the resistance and buy. Otherwise, it keeps going down to the weekly Kumo or the Kijun-sen. I just saw that the daily is now retracing. Daily broke the Kijun-sen now, so it may go down continuously. Because the market hasn't broken the Kijun-sen ever since the breakout on the 6th of July. Hold on, sorry, let me share the screen again. So this is a daily Nifty chart. So the market broke the Kijun-sen here on the 7th of July, and ever since it never broke the Kijun-sen. But yesterday, this was the first time that it broke the Kijun-sen, so this is something, it's a change in the market. So the market may go down afterwards continuously. So, but if the market goes up and breaks the resistance, then you can start to look for a buy. Otherwise, it keeps going down to the weekly Kijun-sen. Yeah, by the way, the things I say is universal. So you can apply this concept on Forex, or gold, WTI, or Bitcoin, or indices, other indices, any markets. This concept is universal. I'm simply taking these charts as a request, as an example, but basically what I say is universal on any markets. So hopefully you learn in these examples from in the chat, like this way. Okay, Noel, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. All right, Daniel says EuroCAD. Your thoughts on EuroCAD? Yeah, so EuroCAD, let me see. I covered that already, but EuroCAD is now range because I don't mark. So weekly shows, yeah, it's retracing back to the Kijun Sen, and daily shows range, about to break the Kumo. So yeah, I think I said we have to wait for the Kumo breakout and look for the buying edge afterwards. Yeah, to add to that, especially when the market breaks the thick Kumo, thick part of the Kumo, then that becomes trustable. This is also Ichimoku nature. You see the Kumo thick here previously on May and June. The market was resisted by the Kumo and goes down this way because Kumo was thick. But if the market were up around here on July, and then it may have broken the Kumo and went up all the way this way, because whenever the Kumo thin, it's easy to penetrate. But the strength may not really strong after the breakout. It may be resisted near these resistances and go down is a tendency. But here, Kumo is relatively thicker, so once it breaks, the market tends to go up continuously. So yeah, let's wait for the Kumo breakout on EuroCAD and start to look for the buying opportunity afterwards. Okay, so let me check some other comments now. David says, please check Nasdaq 100 on daily chart. Okay, let me check. I checked the index. Let me just search just in case. Okay, I think I will check this one in this case. So here's a daily chart. Yes, daily, there's a pin bar. Yes, Friday was a pin bar, and yeah, so that means it may retrace. But here's the thing, you have to remember, whenever you see pin bar or doji, engulfing breakout, just because there's a doji or just because there's a pin bar, it doesn't mean that the market reverse. But what makes the market reverse is when the next candlestick closes above the pin bar resistance. So if it closes on Monday, if it closes above 11,888.28 level, then it may reverse back to the single span B or Kijun Sen. But if the Monday or Tuesday candles closes below that wick of 11,705.36, then it tends to go down this way. Pin bar has two meanings. One is trend reverse, and another is a trend accelerate, trend continuous. So whenever we see the pin bar, we have to wait for the next candlestick close. And if the next candlestick close within these two levels, then this is inside. So we have to wait for the breakout towards either direction to follow. But looks like overall is bearish because it broke the Kumo, and Kumo is turning bearish now. Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen bearish, Chikou span below candles. So this is downtrend. So that's a little bit of advice about the price action. Because I used to think whenever I see the pin bar, I thought this is a reverse. So before waiting for the next candle close, I used to buy, and the market just goes down continuously and took some losses. So waiting for the close on the next one is a key in this case. Okay, so let me check some other comments now. Okay, yes, Hossein, you're welcome. Yes. Okay, Shweta says, when can we sell USDJPY? Isn't it already too low? USDJPY, I think it's continuously bullish, so still not a chance to sell. But rather, we better look for the buying edge on that one. Okay, so yes. Let me check some more comments here. Okay, Bank Nifty. Let me see. Bank Nifty, I think I have it here. Yes. Bank Nifty first, weekly. We always have to check the higher to the lower time frames, top-down analysis. So first, weekly shows Kumo twist and Kijun Sen Tenkan-sen up and Chikou span above candles. So that's bullish. However, it's clear that there is a resistance level here. And yeah, last week it was exactly resisted. Okay, let me zoom out. And looks like there is no previous resistances. This looks like this is all-time high. Yeah, so the market was resisted and it may retrace back to the daily Tenkan-sen or weekly Tenkan-sen. And now, looking at the daily time frame. Okay, daily time frame shows the Kijun-sen is up. Kijun-sen up, Kumo up, so it's bullish. But Monday will show Kijun-sen flat, daily flat. Monday or throughout the next week, most likely Kijun-sen remains flat. That means there's a good chance that the market retrace. So better to look for buy after break of the resistance, the all-time high resistance up here. Yeah, otherwise it may retrace back to daily Kijun-sen or Kumo. Okay, Hussein says, after breaking the support or resistance, how much probability is there for a pullback or retest? There is no probability in terms of how much it happens. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. So the best question for you to ask is how to manage the risk on the retracement or at the breakout. Because if you master the risk management, then you don't really care about the breakout to buy or wait for the retracement to buy, because you always risk the same amount, same percentage, and you should be safe whenever you take a trade. Okay, so it's been more than 1 hour now, so I think I will finish the live stream. But again, thanks so much everyone for joining today. I hope you enjoyed today's analysis and my comments on your questions. So like this, I do this every week. So I hope to see you again. And next week, Monday, tomorrow, most likely I'm not gonna do live or video because Mondays are my day offs. And Tuesday, I will make another video about psychology. So hope to see you again there. And looks like we have some breakouts, major support resistance breakouts in Forex and other markets. Gold also. Gold broke the support, so it may go down. So hopefully we capture some nice pips this week and hope to see you again with some profits on next Sunday. So yeah, again, thanks so much. I hope you have a great weekend, and yeah, until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Alright, bye for now. Mata ne. Thanks so much.